we will see how we will handle the exception globally. Okay, first we need to create the exception package. As we have created the controller, entity, repository and service package, we have to create the exception package first. Okay, we will name it as a exception. Okay, in this exception package we need to create the class. Okay, here we are using we have created the e-commerce application. Okay, in the service. Okay, this is the save product method which is present in the e-commerce service class. Okay, here I want to check if the product is already present in the database, then we need to throw the exception that the product is already present in the database. Okay, for that I want to create the class with the name, okay, that product already exist exception. Okay, you have to give a meaningful name for this class. Okay, the class has created. Okay, in the exception package you can able to see in the exception package there is a product already exist exception class. Okay, and we need to extend runtime exception class. Okay, we need to extend runtime exception class, and after that we can declare any variable. Okay, and we need to create one constructor. Okay, okay, this is the augmented constructor string message. Okay, you can give any name. Okay, I have to initialize this msg with this message. Okay, this is the first step, we can say. Means we need to create the product already exist exception class, and we need to extend the runtime exception class so that it should become a exception class. And I have declared one variable which is of a string type. To initialize this non-static variable, I have created the constructor, that is the augmented constructor. Okay, whenever I will throw the exception of this class, okay, by creating the object, that exception message will come to this constructor. Okay, okay, here I will add the condition that if, okay, e-commerce okay, there is a method called exist by id. Okay, the exist by id will check that id is present in the database or not. If the id is present, then it will return true. Okay, if it will return true, then I need to throw the exception. Okay, because the product is already exist in the database, so I don't want to save that product once again. Okay, that's the reason. Okay, how can we access the methods which are present in a repository? Okay, by using the reference variable. Okay, dot, there is a method called exist by id. Okay, in this method I have to pass the id. Okay, this is the whole e-commerce object, so that I need to get the id. So e-commerce dot get product id, because the product id is a private, so we need to access by using getter method. Okay, if the id is already exist in the database, this condition will execute, because the if condition will execute whenever the condition is true. Okay, if the product is already exist, I need to throw the exception. Okay, throw new. Which exception we need to throw? Product already exist exception. Okay, I have created the object of this product already exception class. So okay, whenever I will create the object, it will call the constructor. Okay, so I will pass the string that the product is already exist in the database. Okay, it is giving me error, not a public. Okay, you should make it as a public so that I can accept in the other package also. Okay, so whenever I will create the object, it will call the constructor of that class. So that string which I have passed from the service class will come to here. Okay, this will be initialized to this variable. Okay, another step is to handle this exception globally. I need to create the global exception handler class. Okay, I will give this class name as a global exception handler. Okay, and I will annotate this class with the @rest controller advice, so that this class will become the global exception handler class. Okay, here I will write a method to handle this product already exist exception class. Okay, I will return this string. I will give a meaningful name that product already exist exception. Okay, in this method we will pass the reference variable of that class, which class exception I need to handle. Okay, I want to handle the product already exception class. Okay, so I need to pass the reference variable of product already exception class. Okay, then I will create a variable string m is equal to p dot message. Okay, I want to get this message from this variable, and I want to store in the variable m, and I will return this message, that is m. Okay, to make this method to handle the exception, I will annotate this method with the @exception handler, and in the bracket I will mention which class exception I want to handle. Okay, that is product already exception dot class. Okay, this is the last step. Okay, I will test this application. Okay, this application is running on port 8080. Let me open the Postman. Okay, post operation, let me change the port 8080, body raw JSON. Let me check the variable's name in the entity. Okay, product ID, product name, and product price, and product seller. Charger I am giving. Okay, now I want to save this. Okay, let me check the endpoints which I have given in a controller for a save. Yeah, it's a save only. Let me hit this. You can able to see in the database. Okay, the product has saved to the database. Now I want to once again save this product. Okay, this time it should throw the exception that product already exists in the database. See, the product is already exist in the database.